warm.
Look at Mommy.
No.
Put your head under for
Yeah,
Mommy.
she's warm. She's got that. Man, this is pretty fun. Oh, there's flies in here.
Tuesday, March 3rd, 1994. Sometimes I wish I could see into the future. I would like to know what my life has in store for me. It would be nice to see exactly what is going to happen. Here, I sit with a trach and a feeding tube, wondering if I will ever walk and be normal again. I keep telling myself that I will be normal again. I just hope I'm not trying to fool myself into believing everything will be the same as it was. I know my life has been drastically affected by all that has happened. I just hope I will be able to stay positive about it all. I'm starting to get afraid that I'm beginning to notice all the negative in being handicapped, and I'm starting to forget the positive. I know it must seem absurd to think that there's anything good or positive of being handicapped. But once you look into it, there are some positive things. The first is obviously that I'm alive. Next is that I know who truly loves me. For me. I know I will have to learn how to live as normal as I can, even with my disabilities. Deep down, I'm still Kathy Walker, and I still have goals that I want to accomplish in life. If I'm disabled for the rest of my life, I will just have to work harder at I knew you were important, but it won't be impossible. But I couldn't remember a moment in time where you were there. God beside me. You were ethereal to me. An angel, a guardian angel. I didn't need more than that, and yet I would search. I feel like I can't understand what you went through, and yet sometimes I do. Friday, November 19th, 1993. Yesterday I've had a home family meeting. That wasn't my home. I was told I might be sent home with a walker or a wheelchair. I couldn't bear to tell my family to live, and yet I felt so drawn to that place. However, I know where I fit in the most. So much like I couldn't leave it. And where there's room. And I knew it would break their hearts. December 27th, 1993. Well, a lot has happened since I last wrote. On December 23rd, I stopped breathing, and my heart stopped. This was the start. The doctors had to do CPR, and the doctor broke a few ribs. They took me to MICU, and I stayed there until Thursday. I was there from Friday until Thursday. Wednesday, December 29th, 1993. Dr. Frost came in to talk to me. He said I'm going to have my barium test tomorrow, at 1 o'clock. You made a choice to live. I've been and yet that may have been the downfall. Lord willing, my test will be good tomorrow. Yesterday I had a visit from a woman from social work that works with the Board of Vocational Rehabilitation. We talked about going back to school and work. She told me about different programs that I might be able to qualify for. If you had not pushed, if you had not been stubborn, for example, would you have been here? School and work. Would I know you? Thursday, January 13th, 1994. Today, a new girl came. She's pretty. She has braces on both her legs and a brace on her chest. There was no time for the pain to wear off. I feel like a total jerk. I asked her what happened, and she said she was in a car accident. I asked her if she was driving. She said no. Her fiancé was. I asked if he was okay. She said no. He died instantly. I felt awful. January 31st, 1994. I feel helpless. I hope Jesus doesn't keep me this way forever. I hope I get better, so I'm able to walk,
hope I can find my
talk,
life.
and eat.
I hope I can find my purpose.
Today is the first day I felt like this. I think
I
I'm
believe
starting
you
to
had a
get
purpose.
depressed because I have to make another transition to another facility before I get to go home with my Aunt Jan. That means I have to get used to everything all
To leave
over
is daunting.
twice. I went to therapy, and believe it or not, now I feel better. From Waterford, Monday, February 7th, 1994. Well, I made it to Waterford Commons Friday. It has been difficult adjusting. I'm in a room with a woman that is dying. The nurse said she might die any day. The room smelled awful. It smelt of urine and cancer. The woman has cancer that is spreading throughout her body. She takes all her clothes off, and I don't think she realizes what she is doing. The nurses keep her medicated with morphine, so she is in trouble. If and when the medication wears off the woman, Elizabeth takes all her tubes out, such as her feeding tube and trach material, as well as her trach out. The nurses have also tied her down. I feel as though there is a monster beside me, not a woman. I'm afraid to look at her, because I'm afraid of what I might see. I'm scared she will die and I will be looking at a corpse rather than a live woman or a semi-live woman. I keep the curtain closed so I won't stare at her semi-lifeless body that moves unaware that anyone is around. I can't stand to bear the thought that I'm recuperating while this woman is dying. I know we all have to die sooner or later, but it is still very difficult. This woman's sister has come to visit every day since I've been here. She asks how her sister is and how she slept. Then she talks about her sister and medication. The sister always tries to pull the curtain open, so I will watch her sister. I feel bad, but I don't want the curtain pulled back. This will make Elizabeth more real. I will feel more attached if I learn her features
Every day,
or watch her
you
actions.
would get better.
It is
as
much
she lay
easier to
dying.
hear what is going on rather than watch it. The nurses don't come very quickly when the light is turned on. I feel very helpless. That is why I don't want the curtain pulled. Tuesday, February 8th, 1994. Today was a good day. I got to take a whirlpool bath in the new bathroom. I got my hair washed too. I had physical therapy and occupational therapy and speech today. I enjoyed it all. Sure, I had to work hard, but that is the only way I'll ever get better.
When my mother gave me your
Today,
journals,
Elizabeth didn't seem as much
my
of a
life
monster
changed.
behind the curtain. She came
I
alive,
wondered
and I saw her.
what
I
it would
studied
be
her
like.
face when she awoke. I looked into her deep, dark eyes, and I saw her cry for help.
And I began to see you.
I wish I could make her feel better. Maybe she will feel better if she were to die. She looks so miserable. I feel bad and sad for her. I wonder if she can feel the cancer moving. The pain must be horrendous. The physical therapist said I look great. She thought I will be 90 to 100% able to recover. That's something to strive for. I've been striving for 100% all along. But I'll be happy for 95% back to normal. Monday, February 14th, 1994. Valentine's Day. Elizabeth got to sit in a chair. She seemed happy about it. For the first time, I felt like Liz was a live person.
You were more than a guardian
I watched her
angel.
pull at the tubes and try
You
to
were
get
real.
out from the chair which she was tied to.
You were like me.
I felt sad that she was the way
You'd
she
walked the
is.
same halls
The nurse's
and
aide
done the
came
same
in
things as me.
and yelled at Liz
Had the
for
same
being in
worries.
the chair. She said, "You must have
And
been
had
a
the
bad,
same
bad
joys.
girl. I know you were
For
a
this
bad
moment in
girl.
time.
That's why you're sitting in this chair." Liz touched the tubes, and the nurse's aide grabbed her arm and threw it off the tubing. Then she put Liz into the bed roughly. I was so upset at the way she treated Liz. What could I do? I'm a patient just like Liz. I have to depend on the nurse's aide to help me, too. Boy, do I feel helpless sometimes. Tuesday, February 15th, 1994. Today was an exhausting day. I went
You
to
should have been in
occupational
school.
therapy and physical therapy this morning.
You should have been where I
finally
am.
made it on time. Today Aunt Jan and Carolyn came at 12:22. Aunt Jan went to therapy with me. I walked with the walker 20 feet. She got to watch. She was so happy. She cried. When she left, I walked another 25 feet. They told Aunt Jan and Uncle Tom that they didn't think I'd
20
ever
feet.
be able to walk again.
25
It would be
feet.
great if I could walk in May 13th on my doctor's appointment
You
and
would have
tell
made
them
it.
what I feel about them making prejudgments of people. They aren't God, and
were
this isn't their
stubborn
place to
enough.
judge. I know I will walk again. It'll just take time.
Am I stubborn?
It's happening now. It's just a slow process. Monday, February 28th, 1994. I'm not sure if I've written about this yet. I coded again. Last Saturday I went with Aunt Jan, Karen, Nicole, and the kids to the movies. Then I came back to Waterford. I coded around 5 a.m. I was hooked up to the apneo monitor, as well as the pulse box. This was the 5th day of sleeping without the vent.
Did they tell you
All I had was nasal canal, which gave me oxygen.
that there wouldn't be another
It
chance?
hurts my nostrils, so I guess I took it out and coded.
That you couldn't be saved again?
I was in the hospital 3 days.
I wonder if you knew.
I didn't have much patience.
I wonder
I
if it
just
became
wanted out.
inevitable at that moment.
I'm so glad that is over. Another pair of broken ribs has helped save my life. I'm getting tired of having my ribs broken. I'll have to find a new way of getting attention. I know God has a reason.
God had
for
a
me.
reason for you.
Thursday, March 10th, 1994. I had time to do my makeup.
I think I understand you.
I got compliments left and right. It made me feel good. I actually felt like a
I
human
think I
again.
see you as real.
Maybe I should say I felt normal.
As
I
someone
actually
like
liked what I
me.
saw in the mirror. Boy,
In many ways.
what a difference makeup does.
And yet
not just to
someone
one's
different.
looks, but personality.
You feel familiar.
Tuesday, March 29th, 1994. Aunt Jan, Carolyn, Ellie, and I stayed home.
I lost one
I
of your
watched
journals.
Indecent Proposal while Aunt Jan cleaned the garage.
I became unaware that it
Ellie
existed.
helped watch Carolyn at
that there was
first.
any more to your story that I
Then
could
she
ever
left and
know.
went outside to play with her mom. All the doors to the
And
rooms
then I
were
found
closed,
this.
so Carolyn would be safe.
And then I found me.
I was nervous when she went into the kitchen where I couldn't see. Boy, was Carolyn into everything. She can stand if she holds on to something, which means she was able to play with the VCR. She did that several times, so I knocked on the window to get someone's attention. Aunt Jan heard me and came to my rescue. Boy, was it difficult trying to watch a baby when I couldn't walk or yell or even speak loud enough to hear. Finally, Carolyn came back into the room crying. I held up her bottle, and she cried all the way while she crawled to it. Then I took every bit of my strength and picked her up and gave her the bottle. I laid her down on my stomach the best I could, and she fell asleep. Aunt Jan came in and saw us and taped us on her video camera. I was able to relax because I knew she was
able
safe
to relax
and where she
because
was
I
at.
knew I was safe and where she was at.
Carolyn just turned 11 months old yesterday, and last night was Kathy's first night sleeping at home.
Wants to be something, huh? Doesn't want to be a lawyer. What are you doing?
Hang on a second. Doing you about what it's like to live with a pack rat.
What is it like to live with mice?
Yeah, with mice. That's what she said. Like about 100. So anyway, I don't know if the camera heard what you said about your first night at home.
No, 20.
That's good.
Maggie was killed.
all these worries, and I only had to wake up twice for Kathy and was up till 4 for the baby. Because he had an ear infection. And there's Ellie.
We just got my feet.
Yeah, how many?
I don't know. I know we had 3 babies and 5 parents.
I'm sure that's true. And Tom said he killed about 14 in traps. So, okay. Yeah, that is.
Friday, June 24th, 1994. A lot has happened since my last entry. Dawn graduated and had her party. I got my trach out, and I started back to school. And finally I talked to William. He called. I haven't talked to him since last Wednesday, and I asked him if he has dated yet. He said yes. I wasn't surprised, but now I hurt. I was very depressed. I pray that Jesus will lead me back to a normal, healthy life. Help me, Jesus. Thank you for giving me such a special family. I have to get better. William said the girl's name is Lisa. He asked me if I've dated. I said yes. I told him about Brian when he asked who. Boy, do I wonder what is in my future. Time will tell. Please, Lord, guide me. Help me. April 23rd, 2015. As I lay here, I remember the hall. Long and cavernous. I am enveloped by it. The massive door inviting me to push it open. I know you are on the other side, where you are always meant to be. I wave, frantically. The bed is empty. Is this a memory or a vivid dream that it recurs in my waking life? I don't remember you there, but I know you were. Sometimes I wish I could see you, know you.
Do you want the float, Kathy? Do you want the float?